This just can't go on much longer, Kershaw.
Mr. Kershaw.
Hello, Susan. And it's Adrian. Why don't we have a drink later, if you're still here?
Yes, I can be.
Right. What really did happen in the Oxford Canal murder? You bring me your book in hospital, I read, I get interested. Before I've read 10 pages, I can see that things just don't hang together.
Thanks.
With the investigation. I worry about the men arrested. I worry about the victim.
Simple of you.
Because nothing that's said about her in court makes sense.
Come on, Morse. What's your point?
Her clothes suggest that she's tall, but her shoes are small. Her garments are tampered with. But where? And by whom?
The boatmen.
Sure? Let's start at the real beginning. When she got on the flyboat at Coventry with her sovereign.
Thank you, old man.
Yet for 8 shillings, she could have gone by train and been with her husband in a day. Why take the flyboat?
She was poor. It was cheaper.
Not much. The railways were trying to drive the flyboats out of business. And then, according to the evidence in court, she went aboard with a trunk and a carpet bag. We've seen the trunk, but we never heard another word about the carpet bag. It was never mentioned again in court. Why? We're told she objected to the lewd, drunken behavior of the crew, but she was drinking with them herself. And Town says she was leading them all on, even the boy. In Banbury, she complained to the clerk. But what really happened?
The crew of that flyboat, they're drunken and lewd.
Well, I'll speak to them, Mum.
Tell me, how long do coaches take from London?
There's no more coaches till tomorrow. I could find you some cheap lodgings for the night here in Banbury.
I'll wait till Oxford.
She had every chance to get off, but she didn't. Why not? Because there was never a problem. She was the one leading the boatman on. It was an illusion. The stage was being set, and Joanna the mastermind.
For what?
Tell Dr. Van Boren about the insurance.
For £8, Joanna had taken out a life insurance policy with the Coventry Mutual Provident Society worth £300.
For her, 10 years' wages. She'd got the boatman besotted with her. Especially Thomas, because she needed him for what happened next.
No. What you think happened next.
Night fell. They were getting near Oxford.
They're my pets.
What did happen in Filbert Lock? Not what Thomas said in court, I'm sure.
Thomas, is this Filbert Lock?
Hi, Mum.
Now remember what we said. You won't tell anyone where I've gone.
No, I won't, Mum.
I'll give you what you want. Just pick me up again at 8 o'clock.
I'll do it for sure.
Is that you, Madame?
Amelia, she's in the cart. You brought the dress and drawers?
You said she was tall, so I lengthened the M and I slit the drawers. Who was she?
Better you never know.
It's a dreadful thing.
It's done now, my dear. We can't go back now.
But I don't want to see.
No need to see. Right up front with me. She's just some unhappy nobody. We're here. Hey, Locke. You'll get back on all right?
Oh, yeah, the ball do anything for me.
There's Prince's Cut. You know what happens there?
Yes.
Stay under as long as you need. Don't let a soul see you climb out. The cart will be near the bridge. Get in and lie down. I'll be along as soon as I finish. Now get down. Time I drove on.
Here, take these. There's 2 sovereigns. You hide them.
Mum.
And come to me soon.
She must have given him money to keep his mouth shut. And I think the police found it and thought he'd stolen it from her.
Why didn't they charge him?
They needed his testimony in court.
What? What the devil was that? What? Thought you heard someone in the water. Walter! Walter, get up here! Thomas! Thomas! What happened there?
I don't know, Captain.
Was you with her? Was you having her?
No, I was just looking for
Don't
my...
you touch anything in there. Where is she? Don't know. Damn and blast that Horace woman. She's crazy off her head. Look for her. Yeah. Get out of my way.
And all Franks had to do was turn up in Oxford 10 days later and identify the unknown corpse.
You are sure, Mr. Franks? The court must be clear on this point. You did say disfigured.
Oh, I was sure. It was Joanna. There was a birthmark on her, just behind her right ear.
A mark only your husband would know, my lord.
And the case against the boatman was complete.
So who was buried in the grave in Summertown?
We'll never know now.
And who was Charles Franks?
The man who collected the insurance a year later and was never seen again. Neither was Joanna Franks. I suppose they went away together. Maybe America, who knows?
You should write novels, Morse. You can't prove a single word, can you?
Most of it. The prosecution case never held up. The woman in the grave isn't Joanna Franks, and the rest is just the most logical view of all the evidence.
The best way through the maze.
Exactly. I'll have another, Kershaw. Make it a full pint this time.
I'm sorry I couldn't convince you.
Well, nice try and all that, but I'm not going to tear up my book.
Well, what about a revised edition?
Well, I still think I was right.
And I think I was right.
Oh, Morse. It was just a puzzle that you found a way to solve. A creative fiction. Admit it. You know how Charles Dickens defined a good detective? As a conjurer. I brought you a present.
Criminal Detection in the Edwardian Period by Millicent Van Buren. Signed. Thank you.
A little light reading matter. Goodbye, Morse.
Well,
She's, returning to the States.
good. Morse. Know anything about cricket?
What's the clue?
Bradman, famous duck, 6 letters.
Forget cricket, think Disney.
Is it what?
Who's the setter?
Quixote.
Even neater. What was his first name?
Don. Oh. Donald, the famous duck, of course.
Oh, my lord.
What?
Don Favant. It's an anagram.
I'm sorry.
Don Favant, F.T. Donovan. Emperor of all the illusionists, the greatest man in all the world, the Burtner Boy Bay wonder. Where is Burtner Boy Bay?
West of Ireland.
I understand perfectly. You've come to Ireland for a spot of holiday grave digging.
Some holiday, Morse.
I'm not sure how to go through the right channels. I need to get permission for an exhumation.
Nobody's going to be bothered about a body that was put away 150 years ago. But it is always proper to provide a little whiskey at the graveside. It's thirsty business, the working of the soil. You'll find a pub over there, and I'll walk with you myself. Mr. Morse, will you open it then?
I'd rather you.
Come on, Leon, give us a hand. I must say, for a long-drowned man, he's wonderfully preserved. But wonderfully. Will you take a look?
I'd rather not.
Why, whatever's the matter?
He wasn't dead at all.
Not here at I.M.T.W.I.D Bay.
Why did they fake a burial then?
So that they could collect on the insurance. And they didn't just play the trick once, they did it twice.
You mean she married the same man twice?
Yes. F.T. Donovan. Otherwise Donald Favant. Otherwise Charles Franks. He was a conjurer, he was an impersonator, he was a swindler, he was a callous murderer, a tearful witness. He was Joanna Franks' first husband and her second. He was a ghost from the grave. He was the greatest man in all the world.
Welcome, please, a great citizen of the world and Ireland. A man who, for unrivaled excellence in the cunning arts of magic and legerdemain, has had conferred on him by the supreme conclave of the Guild of Master Magicians the title Emperor of all Illusionists. Your applause for the irreplaceable F.T. Donovan, the man the boy may one day.
Now you all saw her, my friends, but where is she now? But she's not! Or is she?
You can get dressed now, Mr. Morse. Well, your holiday's done you good. In fact, I can't see any reason for keeping you off work a moment longer.
Sorry. I'm thinking of early retirement.
Is that wise? Retirement doesn't always suit busy men. They never know how to stop.
Wish you'd told me that a few weeks ago.
Don't think it would have made any difference. So, it's the end, is it?
I think so. To make an end is to make a beginning. The end is where we start from.
Exactly. Goodbye, Mr. Morse.